What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another MMA breakdown video. So UFC 192 pros react to Johny Hendricks dropping out of UFC 192. But me personally, seeing Johny Hendricks having a massive weight cut problem. They said this is not the first time this has happened. He's always made weight. But at UFC 171, he was on the scale shaking, and the medical people were telling him, you need to stop shaking, and he physically could not stop shaking. And a lot of these fighters go up there depleting their body, basically cutting as much weight as their body can possibly get to, and they're losing 20, 30 pounds. And to me, it's mind-boggling when you watch like UFC Embedded, and they'll show up to like Las Vegas where they're fighting on like June 1st, for example, and the fight is June 7th. So they're there basically a week. And in that week's time, they lose like 15, 16, 17 pounds. That is unhealthy. You're only supposed to realistically lose about 3 to 4 pounds per week. And the way these MMA fighters are doing it is unrealistic. Hendon Morales had problems losing weight, so it's not just this guy. And Joe Rogan said on his podcast before that most fighters, or a lot of fighters that get up there on the scale to cut weight, look like death. They literally look like they're gonna die because they have cut so much weight. So at the end of the day, you had Frankie Edgar, for example, never cut weight, beat the likes of BJ Penn, Gray Maynard, which were bigger, stronger guys, and Frankie Edgar proved it. You don't have to cut weight to be a great fighter, but a lot of guys think if you cut weight, you will gain an advantage, you'll be stronger, you'll be more powerful, but for a lot of these guys, they're not cutting weight the right way. You should have a nutritionist. You should have a diet. You should be doing something. But it's weird to me that a lot of these fighters come in to Las Vegas on fight week, and they weigh like 185, 190, and they're like, well, in about 5 days, I have to get down to 170. That, to me, is really weird how a lot of fighters cut weight the last week of their training. I think you should be cutting weight way before that. If you have 6 to 7 weeks of a training camp, you should be cutting more weight, so when you get into the fight week, you're basically already down to your fight weight. I think a lot of fighters should be fighting at their natural weight. Let me know what you guys think, but Johny Hendricks didn't make weight, and Dana White says, dude, you need to fight at 185. We're not going to have you coming in here shaking and being hospitalized because you can't cut any more weight. My personal opinion, do the Frankie Edgar way. Either cut 1 or 2 pounds or don't cut weight at all. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.